Are you struggling and just feeling uncertain about life and just feeling stuck and full of anxiety? I want to dive into the topic of really finding peace in the midst of the unknown and the uncertainties of life, and just share with you how I've navigated through uncertainty in my own life. In today's fast-paced world, we are constantly seeking control and certainty. But what happens when life throws a curveball at you and you're left feeling lost and unsure of what the future holds? I remember a time when I was facing a major transition. It just left me so unsure of what was next. The uncertainty truly consumed me. I was lying awake at night, worrying about how I was going to navigate through this. What would be my next move? Completely out of control. And that sense of peace I once had seemed to just slip further and further away from me. And one of the Psalms that I held on so dear that truly expressed how I felt was Psalm 61:2, where it says, "When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I," because there were times where I didn't have the words to say and my heart was just overwhelmed. And so I would literally cry out that psalm to God. I know I'm not alone in the struggle. We've all been there searching for answers, trying to plan out every possible scenario, becoming consumed by the need for control. We start to wonder what if, and we forget to just be present in the moment. Instead of trusting, we try to macromanage every aspect of our lives, thinking that if we can just take control of this one thing, then everything will be okay. But the truth is, as Proverbs 19:21 says, many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord that purpose that prevails. Another version that I love says that a man plans his way, but the Lord directs his steps. As I was wrestling with this uncertainty, I kept coming back to a verse from Proverbs 3:5-6 that we all know. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your steps. This became a guiding light for me during that difficult time. So how do we embrace the unknown? You see, I realized that the unknown isn't something to be feared, but it's an opportunity to be embraced. It's a chance for us to grow, for us to change, and to truly have a deeper trust in God's plan. Instead of trying to take control of every little thing, I had to learn to surrender my need for control and simply trust that God had a purpose, even when I couldn't see it. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans that I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in a future." This just reminded me so much that God is for me. He's not against me. So that lie from the enemy that God has forsaken you is a lie. God is for you. I truly surrendering and letting go and allowing these verses to truly do a change in me and trusting God's plan. I found peace, not the kind of peace that's dependent on my circumstance, but a deep, abiding peace that comes from trusting in God's sovereignty. It was like a weight was lifted off of my shoulders and I could finally breathe again. I realized that the unknown wasn't something to dread, but something to lean into with the faith of Jesus. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus. Philippians 4:6. Now, I know this is easier said than done. It takes surrendering and truly dying to self daily and moment by moment, and patience and a willingness to really trust God. But I promise you, it's worth it. When we learn to embrace the uncertainty of life and trust in God's plan, we can discover a peace that really surpasses all of our understanding and our circumstances. As the Apostle Paul wrote, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Be honest with the Lord where you're at, what you're struggling with, the thoughts that are coming to your mind. Be honest with him because he desires to have that deep intimacy with you. And remember, God is for you. So I encourage you, if you are struggling with anxiety, fear, or loss of peace in the midst of life uncertainties, take a step of faith and surrender it all to God. I truly pray that this blesses you. Share your story in the comments below. Share this video with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe so you can be a part of our family. I have so much more in store for you. I pray that this bless you once again, and I'll see you in the next video.